Boxing is back, baby. Up next for 2023, third big fight of the year, we got El Bandera Roja, aka the Mexican Monster, David Benavidez, versus Caleb Sweet Hands Plant, coming up on March 25th on Showtime. I like to call this fight the Bull versus the Matador, with, of course, Benavidez being the bull. You know, this guy uses a pretty good jab to set up his punch, stiff jab at times too. Not a one-punch KO guy, but a wear-you-down type of fighter. He usually comes forward imposing his size and his will on his opponents. The defense he employs is a high guard. Simple, yet very effective for him. Doesn't get hit that much. Counter punches like crazy. He's only been dropped about once against Henry Graville in 2018 in the 12th round. And that was because he basically was wailing on Graville's high guard, trying to just do him in. And he stepped forward carelessly and got caught with a straight left. But he hasn't shown that type of fatigue since. At this point in his career, surprisingly, Benavidez is, dare I say, mostly a finished product, even at this early age. What is he, 26? Meaning he shows you what he is in that ring. WYSIWYG, what you see is what you get. He is that Mexican monster that Iron Mike said he was. This guy comes forward, counter punches, pain in the butt. Plant, however, slightly different story. This Matador is a natural boxer that looks to counter punch. Against Uzcategui, he showed he was willing to fight. He's not afraid to mix it up and not just stay on the outside and pick shots. He did slightly the opposite against Saul Canelo Alvarez, where he sat more, looking at time Canelo's foot placement, it looks like, and use a bit more shoulder roll, got caught on the ropes a little bit more. Against Durrell, under his new trainer, Breadman Stephen Edwards, he looked to time hard shots to the head and the body. He was aggressive as usual, explosive and fast, and got rewarded with a beautiful KO via left hook to the head in round 9. Now, many people, like myself, was wondering, was that a one-off? Or was this part of the new plan and we're witnessing just a manifestation of he and Breadman tapping into an unused ability, quote unquote? I mean, granted, Durrell just plain didn't even see the punch either. He missed that last night's flight. There's something strange though. Joe Goosen commented that before switching trainers to Breadman, Plant for some reason didn't spar much, which is odd. Breadman pretty much tripled that up to make him an improved fighter. Breadman also stated that some things were tweaked in camp to get Plant to use more of his quote-unquote hidden power. Since Plant is naturally a cutie, he wants to be slick, land fast shots, but not necessarily KO shots, But with most people going hard for David, my question is, does Plant even have a chance to win this? I think my answer is yes. I think. But he's going to have to do some things. And you got to get a little old school. Now, Plant is no punk. He's the underdog that you can root for. And he's showing people, hey, he will improve off of that tough fight with Canelo. He's the type of guy that will improve. He's dedicated. His discipline outside the ring is noted. And he's known for that. Not many friends in boxing, like you say, he doesn't have friends. But if we go back a little bit, you see what I mean about technique-wise. A lot of these fighters these days, they like to stay outside and flash punches and all that. That's only one side to the sport. Here we have the legend himself, Bernard the Executioner Hopkins, against also another legend, Winky Wright. Now, Winky Wright, these guys fought at a catchweight at 170. And Winky's coming forward, high guard, very comparable to Benavidez. Coming forward, throwing that jab, looking to throw counters. And what does Hopkins do? Hopkins grabs him. Yeah, tie your man up. You got that big bull romping in the china shop. If you land a nice crisp punch on him, you better grab him. Grab him, wrap him up. Get close to him, real close. Smother his punches. You gotta hit and hold. Here he is against Antonio Tarver, Magic Man. Tarver's bigger. This fight was at light heavyweight, light heavyweight, 175, excuse me. And again, gotta wrap him up. Can't let Tarver get off. Tarver naturally walks around looking like a small heavyweight. You know, and that's basically what Benavidez is. You probably finish his career at cruiserweight when he gets older. And mind you, people, Hopkins is 41, 42 years old in this fight. There's no way you can't make me believe that Caleb Plant can't do these things. Go in there and grab your man, tie him up. You gotta frustrate him. There's also, well, that's one tactic. There's also something else you should be mindful of. Is that Benavidez seems to have a little chink in the armor when it comes to the left hook. Henry Graville, although he didn't tap him on the chin here, you see Benavidez is wide open for the counter left. That's not the punch that dropped him. Okay, later on you see in a fight with Darrell had winged some shots on him. Some had missed. That one landed. But when Benavidez is throwing his own left, he seems to be getting caught right there. And Darrell was a pretty good puncher. Here it is live. Bobble-headed him a little bit. You know, he knew he was hurt. He tagged him. He knew he was hurt. Caleb Plant has to acknowledge this and go for it. See the opening. Set his man up. Frustrated. Benavidez keeps a cool head, which is a great quality to have as a fighter. And so does Caleb Plant. But he's got to grab his man, tie him up, try to frustrate him. That way he also preserves his energy. You need those little breaks. Caleb is known to fatigue a little bit. Get those little breaks in the fight. Let the referee come between you. That way you sustain yourself for the remainder of the fight, and you give yourself the opportunity later on to land that money punch, because that may be his saving grace. It just may be, but we'll see. Anyway, this is your man Kirk for Heavy Hands Boxing. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button. Peace.